Hello and welcome everyone. This is my very first tutorial and I am going to create one small application in Visual Studio, and the language what I will use is C++. So just install Visual Studio on your system and I will tell you how to open it. We just after installing it, go to the start menu or click the Microsoft Visual Studio wherever it is installed, or you can install you can run it using the command also. Just open the run dialog and type devenv, that is development environment, and click OK. So whatever is the latest version installed of Visual Studio on your machine, that will open up. To create a new project, go to file menu, new, and click project, or directly type Control Shift and from the keyboard this window will come up. Yes, this has some templates, some kind of templates that you have installed. You can create Visual Basic projects, Visual C# projects, C++ project as well. So right now we are going to create nothing but Win32 console application. Console application is nothing but we are going to create one .exe that will display something on the screen or do some kind of processing. So we are going to create we are going to write the name of our project, that is my first project. Let it be. Just click OK, and yes, you will see one application wizard. Here you need to do some kind of settings. The Visual Studio asks what thing you want to create. Do you want to create one DLL, dynamic link library, a static library, a Windows application, or a console application? Just click next and you will get one application settings window. Here, as I said, you can select console application, or you can create a DLL. DLL is a dynamic link library that you can link with your application, and you can use the exported functions in the DLL that I will explain you later how to use it. Right now we are interested in creating the console application, and we are not going to depend on the pre-compiled headers. We are going to create an empty project and click finish. That's it. You're done with the project creation. Now you want to add one file. You need to add one file so that it will be compiled and it will call the entry point of the application. It will have the definition for the entry point, that is main function. So we are going to add one main.cpp. Just right click, add, and add new item. Select .cpp and write the name. So my file name will be main and it will be saved at this location. Just click add, and this is the file what you have got. So our concern is to create one application which displays something on the screen. Whatever we type, that should be there on the screen. So for that we need to hash include IOStream. IOStream is nothing but input output stream. It has a definition for cout and cin. Cout is nothing but console output and cin is nothing but console input. So if you want something to be displayed on the screen, you need to use your cout. So cout is defined here in the IOStream, even the cin is there. So the entry point for the application will be main function int main. Int main is a good way to write. Like we can write void main as well. Void and it just defines the return type. It int means we are going to return one integer value to the operating system. So until and unless we return something, it will throw you an error. So we are going to return nothing but 0 to the operating system. Now std cout, std is a namespace. You can use a namespace if you don't want every time to write like this std scope resolution and then cout. You can directly use here, type here using namespace std. So everywhere in the file wherever you are going to use cout, you can just ignore this part out and it will work. Otherwise, if you are not using it, it will throw you an error. It will say where is the std defined, where is your cout. So cout is inside the namespace std. Okay, so cout, what we are going to cout, what we are going to show the output on the screen, that is the console output. Means what we are going to show on the console. So suppose we are going to display some character. Okay, so \n is a new line character. New line character is nothing but just as you press enter on the text file, it will create a new line, and I'm going to display hello world, and that's it. Just right click on the project, on the solution, and build it. Okay, so we have got an error, that is a linker error. Okay, just disable the incremental linking and build it again. That's it. So when you want to run the project and see what the output is it displaying, you can go to debug, and you can use the start debugging and start without debugging. There are two basic kinds of operations that you can do. Start debugging means one by one, step by step, it will go and it will show you what is the value in the current step in the current line. So for this small project we don't have to debug. I will show you in my next tutorial how to debug an application, how to debug the project. So here we will just say start without debugging, and see, you have got the output hello world. Oops, we don't have any space between. See, this press any key to continue, it will come by default from the Windows side. So if you want to ignore this, if you want this guy to come in the next line, you can add a one line in your console output. Okay, so we are going to first close this or enter something, so it will go up, and we can write \n. Also, if you don't want this, we can add std end l. End l means this is the end of line. Again, we don't have to use std every time because already we have defined here that we are going to use std. We are going to use namespace std. So end l. Now first build the solution, and then you can start without debugging hello world and see the next line character is introduced, and press enter to continue in the next line. Now hope you enjoyed this, and you learned how to create a small application using Visual Studio. Yes, one more thing what I want to show you, that the .exe is created somewhere. I'll show you where it is created. Just right click and go to the containing folder wherever it is, go back, and by default you will get the exe here. So this is the exe. If you'll double click, it will. Okay, why it is not resting? Because you have not introduced something called getch. Getch means it will expect some kind of character to be inputted from the keyboard. Until and unless you enter some character from the keyboard, the console will not go up. Okay, so this is defined in the conio. So that is console input output conio.href file. Okay, now you build this, build solution, and debug, start without debugging hello world. Now now it is expecting some character to be typed or to be entered into this console. When we enter something from the keyboard, now the next thing from the Windows operating system will come up, that press any key to continue. Now this is your application. Now we are going to double click the exe, and this is your console application. Now what it is saying, hello world. Now just say enter and it will go up. And that's it. Hope you enjoyed it. Just carry on with the next session, and please leave comment if you want some more improvement. Thanks a lot.